3 people are in police custody this evening, suspected of a series of aggravated robberies. It all started Wednesday morning around 3:30 when police say 2 Hispanic men entered a store office, PID and airline, demanding money. That's when one of the men fired a shotgun before making off with an undisclosed amount of cash. 2 other robberies were reported shortly after, with witnesses describing the same 2 Hispanic men. An officer then discovered a vehicle matching the description of the suspects and pulled it over, finding 17-year-old David Calvillo, Robert Flores, and Haley Hernandez inside, along with loose cash and shotgun shells. All 3 have been charged with aggravated robbery and remain in the city's detention center tonight.